Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 36.
All
This is
right.
19th November 2024. We're on a roll, Marv. We did our previous episode was like
Last month.
every half a year, and then now we did it in a month. We're back to our monthly format. Before you know, we're doing 2 weeks, every 2 weeks again. Anyway, this is the Two Gamer Dads podcast where two literal gamer dads talk about games, about life, about our kids, and yeah, we've been doing it for 36 episodes. We should be on episode like 770 by now, but yeah, we didn't. We definitely.
It's been what, 3? Has it been 3 years?
I think it's been 3 years. I think it's been. It's definitely. Did we start before I went to Japan?
I
Because I
don't
came to
remember.
Japan 2.5 years ago. Yeah, but anyway, this is episode 36. I'll check later. We'll see
Okay.
later. And yeah, today we didn't have any. Actually, we wanted to invite John, who was actually our first guest. No, John was not our first guest. Chris was our first
Chris
guest.
was our first guest, yeah.
I think he was our second guest. Because he did work on
Dragon Age. Yeah.
Dragon Age Guard and wanted to talk about it, but I think he's quite busy. So it's okay. Just Marv and I today. We have a lot of topics today, especially we're talking about what's the word? Game of the year. So we're gonna talk about that a bit later. And yeah, so Marv, how's life been?
Good. My parents have moved in officially.
When did they move in? Hey, you cut your hair also, I realized.
Yeah, just today.
Nice,
When
nice.
did they move in? They moved in about, this is the 3rd week. Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah. I remember because last time we had the meeting, they said they were going to move in the next week.
Yeah, so about 2.5 weeks so far.
How's it been?
Okay. Quite smooth. Yeah. So my mom is known as she's a clean freak. Like she likes everything clean and tidy. She has very little clutter at home. So I think less than a week after she moved in, right, she actually threw something away of mine that I wanted, that I didn't want to be thrown. Yeah. I was culturing green water. So people in like the to do like fish tank and stuff, they will know lah. It's basically water that you leave in the sun so that the microorganisms and algae will grow lah. So it looks kind of disgusting also lah. I was conjuring it in like a huge water bottle, like outside the house. I was putting it in, where the sunlight hits. Yeah. So one day I came home, it was gone.
Oh no.
Then I was like, where did it go? Then my mom said, oh, it's so dirty, I just threw it away, I'll get you a new one. Then I'm like, it's not the bottle. It's the stuff inside the bottle.
That's not the point.
But it's okay lah. I mean, she didn't know. I just told her to ask me next time before she throws something away.
I mean, but to be fair, is your house cleaner?
Oh, way cleaner. My mom.
Yeah, so it's a
yeah. She sweeps every day. I think she sweeps and every day. She mops like I don't know, might be every day also. Yeah.
I mean, I would not want my mom to save me, but I would say that, sorry mom, if you're listening to this, just fact of the matter. But I would not mind the fact that she cleans the house.
Yeah.
She will clean my house.
And of course, now that they're here, they can help to watch Meredith lah. So it really helps in the morning because normally I'm the one that I do the morning routine, right? Because Sherlyn has to go to work. Then I have to get Meredith ready and then go to work myself. So normally in the morning it's like a rush, a whirlwind.
Yeah.
I need to get her ready, get her to eat her breakfast, and clean her up, then go get myself ready also. Yeah. Then
but no, your parents send her to school?
No. So most of the time I should send her to school because she's on the way to work. But at least now my parents can help to get her ready.
Yeah, so you can be focused on like your own stuff and then just bring her to the
I can take my time to like do my toileting and stuff. But Meredith is still, I think she's still getting used to it because she wants, like she'd rather I bring her to like do everything. Yeah, because that was the routine.
That's
right?
the routine lah, right?
Yeah.
I'll try to take some time. But good long. Good at least that she's kind of getting. You think she's getting used to it?
Yeah. Over time, she is.
Okay, that's good. What are some good news recently? Well, government gave us $200. Thank you, Singapore government.
Right, we serve
they gave
2
us
years plus 10 years.
Life SG credits, which can be easily converted to. I mean, it's perfect for me lah because I just bring it to YouTube and I pay by YouTube anyway, so it's literally cash. But I guess in Singapore, so you can just buy things on Shopee, or you can transfer to your bank account actually, right?
You can't,
Sure. But you
but
can go to
you
Shopee to
can
give
go
your bank account.
through some ways
Yeah.
to do it lah.
So it's basically giving you cash. You just have to jump through a few hoops to get some cash.
Yep, that's right.
Right. Okay. That's not too bad. And then you told me that they also give you more in December.
Yes. So there's the assurance package coming in December. So you
Yeah.
and Marion will get it also lah.
Oh, Mary will get it also.
Yeah, can buy more Wagyu, man.
Wait, how does it? Wait, how does it come? It just goes to your account?
Yeah, it goes straight to your account. This one is straight to your whichever
Okay.
account that you have been receiving government
Because
money from.
recently, because I don't know if you know this, but when during COVID, we actually allowed a boy to stay with us, right?
Yep.
He just left the boys home, and there are times, not there are times, oftentimes when there's stuff that goes to the house, or that can be claimed by the household, like you put in your address and then you claim it, right?
Yep.
He will claim everything before I can do anything.
Oh,
He
really?
used my house address to claim the stuff for himself.
Oh, this part
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah, but it's like there's no way I even though I want to get in contact with him, not to tell him to stop, although I will tell him to stop if I do get in contact with him, but just to get into contact with him to get to know how he's doing, right? He has like vanished off the face of the. And I recently got my tenant got a police report about him.
No. Oh no.
Because his registered address is still my address. Yeah,
I
but
see.
anyway, that's a separate thing. Yeah, okay. It just got really cold in Sendai.
Oh yeah, it's end of the year, right?
Today the temperature, but it just became really cold really fast. Like last week, the day before it was like 18 degrees high, maybe a low of like 10 or 9.
So just a sudden drop lah.
Today is a high of 9 and a low of
Oh
like 3.
wow, that's a 10 plus
So
degree drop.
it feels like it's winter already, even though it's barely like in the middle of November. I mean, I'm going to Taiwan, but we're going to come back to cold, so that's what's new. Like today when I sent Rebecca to school, everybody was like telling me, "Oh, it's so cold, isn't it?
Samui, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 寒くなってきましたね. It's become so cold, right? I was like, yeah. Like everybody in the entrance of the of the kindergarten was just saying the same thing to each other. Yeah, but I mean, it's I do like cold. So Marion hates the cold here, but one thing I realized is because my new house has what's it called in English? It's like this. It's a storage heater, so it has like big giant heat coils in that is stored over during the night, and then in the you can set the timer to blow out the hot
warm
air.
Yeah.
But the thing I realized that recently I checked my electricity bill, it's crazy on the electricity bill. Like my normal electricity bill in like normal even summer, like when you turn on the aircon the whole day, right? Like $100 Sing maybe.
Yeah, heating is super expensive compared to like aircon, right?
Like 12,000 yen is like, but you can also technically use your aircon for heating lah. But anyway, so it's 12,000 yen, which is about $100 Sing. My one in October, which I didn't even use that much because it wasn't that cold, was 30,000 yen. So it's triple the price, almost triple the amount. And now I'm just thinking, wow, how much will like November be? Right?
Because you need to keep the heat on, like.
I don't know. So for my take is that technically we could just use the aircon and it'll be a bit more inconvenient. But I just want to see like in November if I use it the whole time, will the price be very much? Because if it just stays at 30,000 the whole way, I mean it's expensive, but just for the winter ones I can.
That's what $300.
Yeah,
$200.
$200.
Oh, that's more expensive than my bill.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But the housing agent did tell us that when you use this type of heating, it is expensive. Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We're going to Taiwan this week. So this week. So.
Are you going alone or as in you're going with?
No.
Just the three of you.
I see. No. We're gonna meet Marion's family there.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a very big group of traveling. Marion's sister-in-law, Marion's sister-in-law, her brother's wife is half Taiwanese. So they go back Taiwan every year to visit family. So that's for us, we just kind of like tag along and. We don't need to. It's nice.
Don't think, right? Just follow only. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be a man.
I mean, they plan everything. Yeah.
Don't need to be officer. Can be man.
Camel, just carry things, carry kids, carry stuff. So
give what's that? Tsuli.
Yeah. Yeah. It would also be nice to brush up my Chinese, but anyway, I want to talk about what have you been playing recently?
So I've been playing You want to talk about the TGA first, or you want to talk about what we've been playing?
Let's talk
Because
about Brawl Stars first. Let's talk about Brawl Stars
oh,
first.
serious? Okay, so yeah, I've been playing a lot of Brawl Stars. So what happened was, I think the last episode I really started playing. I'm not very sure.
Yes, you did. You told
Yeah,
me. You told me you
because
played like 1 hour a day.
yeah, because started playing because of mainly because of the appointments at NUH lah, at the hospital. And waiting to see a doctor. Then I mean, you know how it is at hospitals,
Yeah,
especially when you're seeing like gynaes.
hospitals lah.
They
Yeah.
can just like, oh, they disappear because they have a procedure, emergency procedure, and then we're just stuck there for like a few hours. I think the longest we were there was, I think like super early in the morning, like 8 a.m. until like 2 or 3 p.m.
Wow, that's like
Yeah,
6 hours.
yeah.
Okay.
So the one day I just said download. Then I found out Tatian is still playing. So he's been playing for the last 5 years because Process has been out since like 20,
Yeah,
2018,
I
I
remember
think
playing
2018.
it. I remember playing it.
Yeah. So I just decided to get up to speed. I had to pay a bit. Like I bought the season pass thing and all that. Yeah, and I'm proud to announce that I have hit my first max tier brawler just like last week. Yeah.
As in, do you choose a main and then you just build it up?
So you can have a main, but I'm not really that kind that cares about a main. I just play
But
whatever I feel like.
But what does
like,
mean by max tier brawler?
So basically there are 85 brawlers now. I think when you were playing there were way less because when I quit there were like
20 or 30, I think.
40 plus when I quit like 4 years ago. And then now there's 85. So basically when I started playing that season, because it's seasons, right? It's
Yep.
like any other like mobile game.
Every season, new brawler.
Yeah, they released this brawler that's samurai themed. He's a fruit samurai. Oh no, sorry. He's a sashimi samurai.
He's like Hanzo.
Yeah, he runs a sashimi shop.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's basically a samurai that he cuts fish lah.
Let me see if I
cuts,
can find
his name is Kenji. KENJI.
Oh, that's such a typical
So when he came out, right, he was super OP.
Yeah,
and you know how it is lah. You know when they release a new character in any mobile game, normally it will be pretty OP because you want people to like pay money. But I was lucky, I got him for free. I was lucky lah. Like I opened a box and I got him. So what happens?
Also, this game you don't get brawlers for free. You have to earn them.
You do. You can get them completely by playing. Yeah. So there's this like
random?
It's kind of random. So there's this thing called the Brawl Road, or I can't remember what it's called. Yeah.
It's like season pass, right?
Okay, so there's this other system where you earn points, this special currency, towards unlocking a brawler. And there are different types of brawlers. So there's like epic, mythic, legendary, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So obviously the legendary ones are the most expensive. Then the mythic ones and the epic ones lah. So they don't let you choose. They give you a choice, maybe like between 3 brawlers. Then you choose one to unlock. Then as you play along the way, you earn the currency, and then you slowly unlock them. So you don't actually have to pay, but if you want, you can pay. So when this guy came out, he was super OP. He leeches when he attacks.
It's like
and his attack alternates between a dash forward and a AoE swipe. Yeah, and when he ultis, right, he disappears in the air and then he slashes like in a huge X. And when he's in his ulti animation, he's invulnerable. And he leeches also when he hits.
It's like a oh shit button, but he can like.
So it's already so OP, right? And then Brawl Stars like has, when I stopped playing, I didn't have all these, but now there's this like gadgets and like extra skills and all that. So he has this like I think it's a gadget where it lets you heal half of your damage that you have taken in the last 3 seconds. And he also has another like power that gives him a shield that negates 90% of your first hit every 10 seconds.
Okay, so does the gadget give you back the negated amount or the full amount?
It gives you whatever damage you've taken, so it's the negated amount lah. But so you can almost absorb 1 free hit, then get hit a few more times, and then you heal back half of that. So it's super OP, right? So I pushed him to, so a max brawler is 1,000 trophies. Then anything above 1,000 trophies is just bonus. It goes into like a bonus box that lets you unlock more stuff lah. So it's basically tier 1 to tier 50, and then after that it's max tier, just above. So tier 51 is max tier lah.
Okay.
So I managed to push him to like 45,
Yeah.
and then he got nerfed. So his healing got nerfed, his super got nerfed, his shield also got nerfed because he's too OP. And then there was one night I decided, okay, I'm just gonna try and push him to max. And then I played until like 2 a.m. and I got him to max. Yeah. So it's really fun because it's basically PvP lah.
It's mobile. It's a mobile lah.
And it's actually not a mobile. It's an arena. It's arena.
It's arena brawler lah. It's arena brawler.
Correct. There are no mobs. It's just like like PvP lah. And Cici and I have been playing like almost every day. Yeah, maybe for like an hour every night. Yeah, it's quite fun to just like play with somebody, and then like push together. Yeah.
So what does it mean when you're max tier? Like, what do you get?
Okay, so there's this whole season. This is a new mechanic. They just added in literally like the month that I came back. Like I started playing like last month, right? So they added this new mechanic where you can earn something called a seasonal box, a seasonal chest. So the seasonal chest opens at the end of the season, which is about 30 days. And there are different tiers you can unlock. So it's 100 trophies, 300, something like 100, 400, 1,000, 3,000, something like that. So any trophies that you earn above 1,000 goes into that box.
So you need a max brawler to start earning towards that box.
Correct. So if you have 85 max brawlers, you just have to earn 32 trophies on all of them to earn the 3,000 box, which is the max box.
And how many trophies do you get per game?
Oh, okay. So it gets tougher as you go higher. So you get about, if you win, you get I think 8 or 9. But if you lose, you lose 8 or 9.
You lose trophies.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God.
As you go higher, like maybe at 1,001, 1,002, right, you lose more than you win. So you have to increase your win rate. Yeah.
Okay. And my second question is, all like if would in the game wise, power wise, is the max brawler any different from a level 1 brawler?
Okay, so the max is basically just your rank. It's basically like Dota, whether you're like gold tier,
like
diamond
immortal
tier. Yeah,
like,
correct. So what matters is there's the whole other mechanic where it sucks your resources. That's where the pay to win comes in. You have to level up your brawler. So there's level 1 to level 11, and every level requires you to spend gold and something called power points lah. And then after that, you have to spend gold to unlock like gadgets, powers, the hyper ultimate, that kind of thing. It's called hypercharge. Yeah.
And how much of this is pay to win? Like, would you say like a level 1 dude versus
There's no way a level 1 can win unless you're like some godlike player.
Okay, so it is pay to win. It is pay to win.
It's pay to win to the point where if you want to you want to have a wide variety of brawlers to choose from.
Yeah.
Then you have to pay money to level them up faster lah.
I mean, when I say pay to win, I don't just mean like you can earn your way to get the brawler, because you can obviously earn your way to that level 11. But when I say pay to win, it means that say if I come here, I just like I'm loaded, I just buy, I can immediately start winning in the game.
You will have a huge head start. Yeah, but eventually it levels off because only people who are max reach like a certain level. And at a point where you like, let's say you reach like, let's say you reach 1,000 trophies, everyone is max. Nobody is gonna be not maxed.
So when you matchmake, right, you generally matchmake with people that's of the same rank as you.
Yeah, so they kind of changed the matchmaking recently lah. So now it's you match with people who are the same trophies as the brawler that you are playing. So that's where the controversy comes in. Yeah, because someone like me, I'm still I'm actually very low on the total trophy count.
But your brawler is very strong.
But my one single brawler is very high.
Yeah. So you'll be playing against like level 1 to level 3 brawlers.
Correct. It's like I'll be playing not really. So if I were to play on that character, which is high trophy, I can be playing with somebody who has like 80,000 trophies total, while I only have like 15,000.
Yeah.
Just because that one brawler has like 1,000. Yeah, and obviously the person with 80,000 has a lot more game sense and like game awareness, and he knows all the brawlers like well and all that. Yeah. So
okay. Last question. how are you? You're playing on your phone, obviously, but are you playing
Yes.
it with a touchscreen or are you playing with a controller?
Okay. Brawl Stars does not allow
But
controller.
doesn't it allow controller support?
Yeah, it doesn't have controller support.
Oh, so like
Yeah,
you buy those like Razer Kishi that
it
kind, all
doesn't work.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Is that by
Yeah.
design?
Yes, it's by
Is
design.
that for
Yeah,
fairness?
they said they wanna keep it
Oh.
like fair.
Keep it fair, but it's freaking pay to win.
Yeah, it's pay to win to a certain extent. It pays to win to accelerate your progress,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that if you reach a certain point where money doesn't matter. It's all about skill, lah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand that, but to me, a fully not pay to win is where the money is just cosmetics, right? That like there's
Yeah.
no way to like Dota is totally not
Yes.
pay to win because
Yeah.
you cannot buy power.
You cannot buy power. Yes, correct.
You
Yeah.
can only buy. Of course, there's a cap to how much you can buy power in
Mm.
in Brawl Stars, but
Yes,
you
correct.
can technically buy power.
You can buy power to accelerate your progress, but you can't buy power to to get advantage over
Yeah.
somebody else, because there is a
Mm.
cap to how much you can buy in terms of like using money, lah.
In a lot of different
Yeah.
games, like Genshin also has that
Mm.
that thing, right? You buy to get better character. Like different characters have, and like you said, you said just now you have epic, mythical, legendary. I'm sure that the brawlers are also like some brawlers are inherently just much better than
Yeah,
other
some of
brawlers.
them are just like a better version of a older brawler.
And yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean, which also to be fair in Dota is in most mobiles also is true. They are always like in meta heroes, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but I guess in a pay to win, the difference is that sometimes they do enjoy the fact that some brawlers are more favored because they
Yep.
can like they can milk the money out of it, right? Like they know which brawlers. Obviously, on the server side, they know which brawlers are bought more.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point, right? They release an OP brawler, make people spend money, then after that, nerf.
Yeah.
Then release the next
Yeah.
one that's OP. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a
Just
cycle, lah.
cycle. But okay, and most important thing in any game is that you enjoy what you play.
Yeah. It's fun,
So
lah,
as long
because I get to play with Jen. We have fun.
But
Like,
you also play NT2M solo, that's all.
yeah. That one was a once off, lah. I just wanted to, like, I told myself I gotta do it. Yeah. Actually, it was like 1 a.m. Then I told myself I'll just play one match and then go to bed.
Yeah,
then I
this
won.
is like just
I won. Then I was like,
okay,
I
like,
can't
just
stop now
keep it.
because I had to keep the win streak going. I play until I lose. Then I played all the way, right, until I hit 999 trophies. And I lost. I lost. Then I was like, okay, I gotta keep going because I'm almost there already.
Okay. Oh, allow it. Okay, but anyway, does Sherilyn play? No.
She does, but not as obviously not as hardcore as me, lah. She's just casual.
I can never get into mobile games, man. Like I actually have like those like the games controller that like connect your connect to your phone because I have a good phone and it's a big nice screen. So, but the games I do play on my phone are like emulated games, like those PS2 games kind, like Final Fantasy.
Actually, you should pick it up again. We need a third. We need a serious third. Because it's 3v3. Most of the stuff is 3v3.
I can tell you that I will not stay on it. I'm not a mobile. I just cannot. Like maybe it's just for me because I have like the deck and the PC and the PS.
I never thought I was also, man.
Well, we'll see.
There's a rush. There's a rush when you win.
I mean, there is. I mean, it is a broad. I did remember when I did play it for like a few. I think I played it for a month. Maybe when it first came out, I had a lot because there was a point in time where a lot of people were playing it when it first came out. Yeah. I did. Who is it made by?
It's by Supercell. Supercell. They're Finnish.
Oh.
Yeah, they made Clash of Clans.
It's the same Clash of Clans. Yeah.
Boom Beach and all that. So they actually did say that 2024 has been their highest number of active players so far.
Oh, really?
Like 50% of players joined in 2024.
Yeah. They're actually all their games actually look kind of the same.
Yep, they're all the same. Yeah, there's this aesthetic about them. Yeah.
Just different like
different genres. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's cool. I wanna ask you about Metaphor, but before I ask you about that, let me talk about Veilguard. So recently, in gaming news, a very anticipated game called Dragon Age Veilguard came out. So Dragon Age has not released a game in BioWare has not released a game in
a Dragon Age game in 10 years, I think. Right?
10 years, yeah. Inquisition was
2014.
2014? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I can't remember.
And they won Game of the Year, I think.
Yeah, they did win Game of the Year. Yeah. But that was a very bad year. I mean, for Inquisition to win, It was not a very good year, I think. And I this coming from a person who finished Inquisition and liked Inquisition, but it's not a game of the year game. But anyway, so Veilguard came out and people were very excited about it. And initial reviews were pretty good, I think. Like 7. It wasn't a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 games. But then it was like a 7, 8 kind of 8 out of 10 game. And then obviously there are certain reviews that we follow. Marv and I, we like Skill Up, who is an Australian reviewer, but we find his what do you call it? His review style is quite fair in the way that he reviews certain games. And he just basically said, no, this is a bad game, in a sense. He just said everything about it is, in essence, everything. Like, he couldn't really find a redeeming quality about the game. But then it was really weird because across the internet, I found that like certain reviewers would like it, certain reviewers would not like it.
Yep.
So it's a very divisive game. Unlike a game like, let's say we take another game that came out, like Black Myth Wukong, right? Which is arguably a very divisive game, but not for the fact that it's a bad game, but because it's made by a Chinese company. But most people will agree that Black Myth Wukong is a good game.
Yep.
Like, nobody will say it's a badly made game.
Yep.
But with Dragon Age Veilguard, people are saying that firstly, it's a bad game. Secondly, it's also very woke in its design. And I want to say that so for me, I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. I've played Dragon Age 2, and Inquisition. And Dragon Age 2 is the bad game of the bunch.
You didn't play Origins?
But I played Origins. Dragon Age Origins is
okay.
the first one. And then I played Dragon Age 2, and even I like Dragon Age 2. I like Dragon Age 2. So even people who don't like Dragon Age 2, but most people would say Dragon Age 2 is bad in its combat, and it's also very linear, but the story is pretty good. Because it centers in one city called Kirkwall, and it just stays in the city. It doesn't get any bigger than that. While in like the initial Dragon Age Origins, you could go to like all different parts of Theodas. Yeah, and even in Inquisition, you can go to Inquisition has the opposite problem. It's too big, while Dragon Age 2 is too small. And then so with Veilguard, I thought, hey, I want to try. And to me, I actually think it looks pretty good. Like, people say that it looks bad because it looks kind of Disney. It looks like a Pixar movie.
Yep.
Right.
That's what Skill Up said, right?
Yeah, but actually, to be honest, when I play it, right, I think it's a good looking game. I don't. Of course, if you tell me, is it a good looking? Do you think it stays true to Dragon Age roots, which has been it's a more mature role playing game? Then of course I would say it's not. It's definitely a more.
It was a different direction, the art style, right?
But with that being said, like, it's a choice. Like, they choose to go in this direction, and to me, at least, even they choose to go in this direction, at least they do it well. Like, it looks very Pixar-y, but I think it looks good in the art direction and the way that they've created the character. So that being aside, that's one thing. I just want to talk about the good things about the game first, and then I'll talk about the what I think. So if you ask me to give a rating for this game, as a casual, if I were to play it, not knowing it's a Dragon Age game, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
I think it's a good game. I think
the
it's
IGN
okay.
rating.
Yeah.
The standard IGN rating, 7.
I've been playing it for like 40 hours, and I'm still playing it, and I will finish it. It is much better than Star Wars Outlaws, I'll give you that. So, but okay, the combat is actually pretty good in this game. So the part I disagree with Skill Up is that he says he dislikes the combat. And remember, I think he said like halfway during the game he changed the difficulty settings.
Yeah.
Easy, because he felt that the boss
too repetitive. Yeah.
No, not just repetitive. There was like bullet sponges. There were sponges. Like, they were hell sponges, right? And I'm like, are we playing the same game? Because I kill my enemies like freaking fast. Like, because I think there's this the way Dragon Age's Veilguard is made. It's like it's like a rock paper scissors system. So like, blue health is barrier. You destroy them by your range attack. Yellow bar is armor. You destroy it by your special attack. And then red health is your normal attack. So if you try to not obey the system, then obviously life will be very difficult for you. But if you follow that like rock paper scissors system, then the enemies just melt. I mean, at least in my playthrough, it melts. So, and I find the combat quite fun. The action adventure. It's not a good Dragon Age game, I think. But I think the combat itself, the previous games like Origin and Inquisition and 2 have been historically known for bad combat. Like, the combat is like not why you play the game. It's you play it for the story. The combat is just like, okay, it just exists. but it's not particularly good. So, and I think that's where the good part ends. Unfortunately, combat is good. I think okay. People complain about the writing in this game, right? The story and the writing, and I'll say this game has good lore in the same way that Destiny has good lore.
Mm-hmm.
Like the meat and the bones of the game is quite interesting. Like the way they flesh out the lore of theaters, and they go to a lot of different places in the world. But the way they tell the story is very amateurish.
Mm.
It's I think I read one review that says like it's literally being written by a therapist. Like they use a lot of therapy talk.
Mm.
Like you can do it. It's okay. It doesn't matter as long as we work together. But like like his father had maybe something like his grandmother just like got killed by someone, but it's okay as long as we work together, we can do it together. Like it's that kind of talk, like that self-encouragement talk. And I find it is very amateurish and a bit jarring. But I will say that the level of which you can take this game is dependent on how much you like to play MMO questing.
Okay.
So like I know like for you, like when you play MMOs, right? For you, when you play WoW or whatever, I'm gonna guess that you barely read the text.
Yeah, I don't. I
You
just
just
click
like okay,
accept quest.
you just accept quest, then you just see okay, kill 10 orcs, and then you go and
Yeah.
kill it,
I just
and
look
then
at
you just
the quest objective and then I go.
correct. You're just trying to get to the end game. Like
Yep.
your main is end game and gearing,
Correct.
right? But for me, I'm the opposite. I play MMOs. I really enjoy the leveling process. In fact, I like the leveling process far more than end game.
Okay.
Like so that no one's are like, oh, I have to like repeat. Some people like, oh, like new expansion come out, then like people like, for example, Kwan, who like doesn't really like the leveling process. It's like, oh, I have to like go through the leveling process again and like. But to me, I'm like, hey, I don't mind. I don't get to like. You tell me I get to experience Mists of Pandaria again, like with a new character. I'm like, I'll play it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that regard, I think Dragon Age Guard with its very amateur storytelling is okay for me. Because the things that I don't are not like deal breakers for me, I can take with Vilgard. So I think Dragon Age Vera is very MMO storytelling, and not the FF14 kind of good storytelling. It's like it's like WoW vanilla WoW,
Lost
not
up.
even
Lost up.
vanilla WoW. Yeah, no, it's like it's like Lost Ark and with those Korean style, but made with a very shiny, nice graphical wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Pixar. So I think in that respect, I haven't got to an ending, and actually I think Skill Up also says actually the ending is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 hours of the game is like pretty good, but the game has a crap ton of quests. Like the companion quest itself for each they have 7 companions in the game is way too long. Like I think each companion, if you take their quest from like start to finish to get the like Mass Effect, you get their max
Yeah.
companionship, like
Mm-hmm.
max affection, right? I think each companion is like 6-7 hours long,
Wow.
5 to 6 hours long. So actually, if you just take the main story, you can finish the game in 10 hours.
Oh, it's a companion story that adds like more meat lah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Mass Effect 2 in that sense. But I was just trying to think myself, what's the difference between this and Mass Effect 2? Because Mass Effect 2 is also like 80% companion quest. But
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember. I don't mind playing the companion quest in Mass Effect 2. And then I think it comes to the fact that like the characters in Dragon Age Guard are no way similar to freaking Garrus Vicarian
Mm.
and
Or even
like
like
Miranda Foster.
Legion. Yeah.
Yeah, like no, like
Or
Legion, like
Jack.
okay, like the most
Yeah.
boring character in Mass Effect 2 is Jacob, the black dude, right? The gunnery sergeant. He's the one that his father is the
Wow, I don't remember him. Yeah.
he found his father on a lost planet,
Jacob
and the
Taylor.
father had
Ah,
had
okay.
made.
Yes.
Yeah, see the fact that you don't remember me, he's the most boring character. Like, but even Jacob's story is probably more interesting than any character I found in Dragon Age Guard. Yeah, like, and it's just like it doesn't feel like there's like in all of the companion stories, there's always a happy ending.
Okay.
Like it's like even when for example, I'll spoil it for you. You're probably not gonna play it. I mean, even if you do play it, you're probably not going to play to this point. What I'm talking about. So there's a character called Balara, who she's an elf, and she's just a very happy-go-lucky elf, and she's a researcher. But basically, what happens in the game is that her brother basically turns to blood magic. Her brother, who she thought was dead, turns to blood magic, and then for like 5 hours of the companion because she's just constantly wrestling with her identity. Oh, I might have to kill him because I have to stop him from doing blood magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a cool story. Like get to the end, and then like, I would love to see a scene where she has to choose, or she tells you to choose. Like, do I have to kill my brother? You know what happens? It's later revealed that he was like undercover blood magic. He was like pretending to do blood magic. He basically became good in the end. Like
Okay.
every story in this character,
It's
like
safe.
yes, correct. All the
Yeah.
bad people eventually become good people.
Okay. There is
Like
no
it's
like
so
true like gut wrenching ending to that
correct.
story or like a moral choice
Maybe
that they have to make, that
yes,
kind of thing, right?
correct. There's no. There is always a choice, but it's always a choice between good and very good. There is no choice between like. There's no like like in Baldur's Gate. I mean, I know you didn't play finish Baldur's Gate 3, but Baldur's Gate 3 like every choice I was like looking at
Yeah.
this, I was like,
Has gravity, right? Has gravity.
what choice am I gonna
Yeah. You
choose? Like
might
all the
lose
choices
your
are bad.
companions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
all the
Yeah.
choices are like bad. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to choose this. And of course, Baldur's Gate 3 is the pinnacle of the. But even like Witcher 3, right, where the writing is good and it's not Baldur's Gate 3 level, but at least I feel like, oh dang, I feel connected by this story.
Yeah.
And I think Metaphor
Actually,
also has similar. Yeah.
even in Mass Effect 3, I remember you could lose
Yeah,
some of your companions
yeah, of
based
course.
on the
No, you
choices
will
that
lose.
you make.
You
Right?
will lose. I mean,
Yeah.
the one I remember in Mass Effect 3 is Mordin,
Yeah.
right? When
But
Mordin died.
Mordin dies
No matter
because
what.
he
Mordin
has
dies no matter
to.
what.
But I
Yeah, Mordin dies.
remember I made
Yeah, you
in one of my playthroughs I made a certain choice and then Tali killed herself, committed suicide.
maybe not in 2, but in 3.
Yeah,
Because in
in three. Yeah.
in 2 the only way they die is in the last mission. Like if you didn't have their companion level high enough, you choose them to go, or you choose the
Yes,
wrong people
yes. Correct,
to go into
correct.
the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
world,
correct.
then they'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mass Effect 3 they die in their own companion mission.
Yes,
Like the one
yes.
where they go on their specific quest, they might die. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tali dies in the fleet because she has to go save the fleet, right? There's a Geth infestation in her fleet.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah. So I just think my thoughts on Veilguard is that I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game, but your mileage will vary based on how much you can tolerate MMO side questing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
I mean I gather like from your take on the game that it's not a bad game, neither is it a game of the year game.
no, it's not even close.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sniff my top
I think
20.
that was the whole issue. Like there are a lot of people who feel like
It's a game of the
game of the
year.
year game.
Oh man,
And
these
when it
people are.
wasn't nominated this morning,
It,
there
it
were a fair
yeah,
number of articles and videos that were
it's just
unhappy.
nonsense. I just don't get it. Like yeah, okay. I mean I think some people wanted it because of like okay, talking about the DEI part, right? The diversity part of it. There's a character in the game who identifies herself as non-binary. She's the Kunari. She's Kunari in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not only not human, she's also non-binary. And her story is very like forced. Like in a sense that she's like her argument, her whole thing is that she is non-binary. Her mother cannot take that she's non-binary because her mother follows the Kun, which is very similar to like following the Quran in Islam. And like the fact that she deviates from it, like her mother cannot see eye to eye. But in the end, what happens is that her mother, it's another safe choice where and then the mother dies, but in the end, like tells her like to live your life the way you want to live, like recognizes her. So it feels in that sense because it's so safe, like it just feels like they're forcing their agenda on you, as opposed to like there's no option in the game for her to die, for the mother to die in a way that rejects her. Like the whole idea of her being non-binary, there's no way to like reject it.
So no
There's
matter
no
what, it
way.
will be a happy ending, lah.
Correct. I
Okay.
mean, the mother dies no matter what. It's just whether or not. It's just that she dies accepting you. So it's a very linear story with the illusion of choice, but there's no choice.
Okay.
She will accept her non-binary nature no matter what. Yeah. So in that sense, it feels very like, oh, guys, this is so. So it feels like they're preaching to you, right? In a sense. Yeah.
I guess.
Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about this, but I think the first. Honestly, I think the first 6 hours of the game you will enjoy. Because the first 6 hours of the game is so like fast and the story is really good. Like the story following Solas and the two elder gods. Basically, you're trying to kill two elven gods. that's the story. Trying to kill Algernon and Gillian. And when you basically from the part where you try to kill, where you realize you have to kill the two elven gods to the point where you actually kill them, there's like 50 hours of companion quests. That's all. Yeah. So it's 6 hours at the start of awesome story and 4 hours at the end of good story. That's all.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So
it's on my list, so one day
yeah,
I'll get to it.
don't play. Don't vote for it. I'm glad it's not on the. I'm glad it's not even on any list. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Can I ask you about Metaphor before we talk about?
Sure,
things?
let's go.
So how far are you in Metaphor now?
I have 23.5 hours in Metaphor so far.
Good. That is,
which is not bad.
Twice as long as. No, it's awesome. And no, my main question is, you got 23.5 hours.
Yeah.
How
I'm
are
at,
you?
I just finished chapter 4 out of 11 chapters.
And how are you enjoying it so far? Like, are you excited to play more?
It's good. It's good. So, okay, I haven't really had time to play much these couple of weeks. Yeah, mainly because of Brawl Stars and also because of my my tank, my fish tank. Yeah, so I can tell you about that later. But yeah, I think this week I didn't get much time. This week I've played. Okay, actually I played a lot this week. I played 12 hours total this week, which is like half of my time.
Yeah, half of the
so
time
far.
played.
Let me see, when did I actually start? So I started playing.
3 weeks ago.
Okay, I bought it on October 24th.
Yeah, so about 3 weeks ago, maybe
almost a month already. Yeah, I'm taking my time because.
But you did play the demo before that. So
yes, I did play the demo. I played 4 hours of the demo before that. Yeah. So okay, I will say, just now you talk about how I play MMOs, right?
Yeah.
So I had to kind of rewire my brain to not skip dialogue.
Yeah.
It's very like easy of me to just like press next, and go fight, right? But I had to tell myself the thing about playing this kind of games is about playing
the story,
like listening to the story, right? Yeah. So I will even like sit, like leave my controller on the table and just like watch.
Yeah.
Like, let them
there's
talk.
There's an auto.
Yeah. So there's an auto. Like, so when they talk finish, they go to the next sentence and they'll talk. Yeah. Instead of like reading ahead of them and then pressing. Yeah. Because I'm also playing in Japanese, like Japanese audio, and then English subtitles, right? To like have more of the immersive anime feel. Yeah. It's okay. My so far my experience is that I enjoy the combat more than I enjoy the story.
Okay.
Because the story, I don't find the story very mind blowing yet.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good, but it's not like Silent Hill, that kind of level of like storytelling. Yeah. It's a
but you're also comparing a 12-hour game to a 100-hour game.
Okay, because I know they have to like stretch it out also, right? It's very anime. Like it's literally you're literally watching anime, because some of the cutscenes are literally like 15 minutes of anime. Yeah, I'm not talking about like in-game graphics. It's literally anime. I'm like, wow, this is not bad, yeah. You're getting two different like genres.
They actually they probably have a whole anime department.
Or rather two different medias in like one experience. It's enjoyable lah. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's not like I won't say it's like a Full Metal Alchemist kind of like storytelling. Yeah. And
but
I think one thing that that minus points for me is that it's predictable.
Now it's like the story is predictable.
Yeah, it's very predictable. So you're basically going to different like cities or towns, right?
To gain popularity.
To gain popularity, and you basically need to help the townspeople, right?
Yeah.
So the story so far is that I think this is my. So it's chapter 4. This is my second town that I'm at. Yeah, and I could already like tell who are the bad guys. Even before they revealed the twist of who the bad guy was.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's so far I haven't had my mind blown yet.
Yeah.
But I did have one like oh my god moment, which is earlier in the stories, which you will get to pretty earlier. Like it was a Game of Thrones kind of like, what? Why is the story like taking this turn? So I expected more of that, but so far it's been quite linear lah. Yeah.
To be fair, you are 1/4 of the way.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to more, because I'm just hoping that I expect it to get better lah.
Yeah.
The companion part is interesting because you you get quite a few companions, but from what I understand, you don't recruit all of them to your party.
Okay.
You
So
have like maybe
they're not all combat. They're not all
yes,
usable.
you have like maybe 10-ish, but you only recruit like I think 6 or 7 total, like half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's quite interesting because you get to know their story,
Yeah.
as you level up. Then there's also benefits to leveling them up. I don't know about Vilgard, but for
No.
Metaphor, when you level your relationship, they give you some synergy, like maybe like reduce the cost required to train in this particular line, like let's say mage or healer, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so to me the best part is the combat system. And not just the fighting, but the way that each, they call it archetype, right? In other words, it's basically each class.
Yeah.
How each class interacts with each other.
Yeah.
Because certain classes, when they are active in a party together, unlock certain skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the combat is really not simple. I have died many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the point where sometimes I'm like, if the opening is bad, I just reset.
And
Or
you can just
if,
reset from the start of the battle, right?
yeah,
Instantly.
but sometimes you don't want to reset the start of the battle. I just want to die and
Mm.
get out and like reload from my previous autosave or save point and then change my archetype or change up my,
Because you know it's not gonna work anyway.
correct. It's really like, it's not simple lah. I just say this, it's not simple. It's not I just press like use all my skills, like all my AoE skills, I will clear. Yeah, you can't always attack also. You must know when to like cleanse, know when to cure, when to defense, when to guard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
which I would say I shouldn't be surprised considering that it's a JRPG. I've played like FF7, the OG FF7, and you can't just like stash your way through, right? Yeah.
But to be fair, I mean, most people will say that Metaphor is the best combat that Atlas has done. And
Mhm.
the most common complaint about Persona games, the people that make Metaphor, is that it's too easy. So
Okay.
they kind of like fixed it to, like there are parts where you can kind of make your, like back then, archetype, or what they call personas last time in the Persona games, like so OP that like you just like press one button and everything dies. But you can't, apparently that's not possible in Metaphor.
Yeah, you actually have to use like some planning, use your brain, basically.
Yeah. So I mean that's interesting. Like the whole idea of what you said about companions that you can't use but will add benefits to you when you level them up, rank them up, is very Persona. Persona has 24 social links.
Oh wow, okay.
So but I don't like it because the links are in Persona are very arbitrary. Like you can't really before Persona 5, right? Persona 3 and Persona 4 and P1 to P4, the social links have no impact on the game.
Oh, so it's just
Like
for a side. It's just a side game, lah.
yeah, but like I don't know if Metaphor does the same way, but P5 Royal will like, okay, your next rank with this person will give you this benefit. Like you can see it. You can see it in the menu. Can you do
I
it?
think you can see. I'm not very sure.
Yeah, which kind of makes you like, okay, I know I want to rank this person up because this is the benefit I want. Yeah.
So
which is
because I'm still, I think my highest rank now is like 4. I think there's 8 ranks per companion. So like the first few ranks, like it's just like your cost for advancing in this, like learning more skills from this archetype is reduced by 20%, something like that. So it's all very basic stuff now. I haven't really gone into like.
Do you have a favorite companion?
Uh,
I've only met one. Which is Stroll. Stroll is your first companion, right?
yes. I have 3. I have 3 combat companions, but I have. I think I have.
Yeah, I'm talking
so
obviously
far.
about the combat companion because they are your main ones.
Yes,
right?
there's one guy that I like.
Okay,
But
don't tell me, but
he's not a guy. He's not a human. Yeah.
But do you think that the companion stories because obviously this game has the main story, which you said is good, but it's very predictable so far. But do you think the companion stories, which happen to be side quests, right? How did you rate them
the one that I just recruited this chapter has quite a touching story, lah, I would say. Like I felt that his story was more interesting. Of course, it's intertwined with the main storyline,
which is cool.
But I felt that his story was more interesting than the main storyline.
Okay, which is fine. Like I actually find that in many of these games, like the side quest is like, oh, this is better than. But I mean, it's also nice, right? Because like when the main quest is very slow, the side quest kind of like lift up the.
Because they
Then
are
when the main,
shorter, right?
yeah, because they have an end and they have a start and an arc and an end to it, so you can feel the. Oh, okay. I'm super excited to play Metaphor. By the way, I'm like, it's installed on my Steam Deck already. I'm just waiting to finish Persona 3 Reloaded.
How much more?
I am so Persona 3 is Reloaded has a times they all have time system, but
Yep.
Persona 3 Reloaded is a year. It's 1 year.
Mm.
So it ends in March 2010. That's when it came. It came out 2010. So it ends in March 2010 and I'm in December 2009.
Okay. We're
But the
almost there
difference
lah.
is that when you hit, because you know it's like every day the day passes, right?
Yeah.
I guess in metaphor, but in metaphor in Persona 3, I know that when you hit January, that system disappears. Like you basically you don't have freedom anymore. The story just like
Goes
drags you
all the
from
way to
January
the
to March. Yeah,
Okay.
you basically have like a
It's like
some
the final chapter, point of no return.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, then you can't play anymore. So, but to me that's fine because I know that everybody talks about how Persona 3 Reload has the best Persona story. So I
Mm.
know everything's gonna happen in that point. So I'm looking forward to it. It's just that I
So
kind
you're
of want
gonna finish it before Taiwan? Do you think you
no
finish it
way.
before?
No way.
Oh,
I don't think so. Not in the not while playing Veilguard and not while doing it in Japanese.
okay.
Like if it's in English, maybe I can kind of like rush through it. But
Are
I
you
also
gonna
don't want to rush.
Are you gonna play Metaphor in Japanese?
Yes. I'm gonna try. I
Okay.
think it'll be challenging, but I think yeah, we'll see. I think I'll enjoy it. We'll anyway,
I'll have
worst comes to worst,
to
you know, look up guides
I
to
have to
like
try to get ahead as much as possible because I think once you start,
yeah,
you will catch
I'll
up.
have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, before we talk about actually I want to talk about some shows, but let's do game of the year first before we
Sure.
go into. So the game of the year nominees came out today, right?
Yes, this morning.
Today, and it's gonna be final. Okay, so game of the year, they have like a board. From what I understand of how they choose it, they basically talk to like journalists from all across the world to get their nominees for different games, and then so it's not like there's one board that decides on this.
Mm.
It's like aggregate. It's like Metacritic for a lot of different journalists. So not like it can be dominated by one industry, but last year we went through all the categories, but I think that's kind of lame because some categories is like I don't care what it is. So we're just gonna go through. I'm gonna go through the categories, and then Marv is going to write down who we think are gonna win. Okay, so you just write the answer. You don't need to write the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
So first one is best strategy game. So I want to look at this because I think it's interesting. There are 4 games nominated. One is Age of Mythology Retold. So that's a remake. Oh, so one more thing before the Game Awards was that they clarified this year that all remakes and DLCs are included in the voting, which is
Yep.
why there is a DLC in the Game of the Year nomination, right? Whether or not you
Actually,
agree with it,
from
there
what
is.
I know, it has always been the case.
Yes, it's just that nothing has
Have
not no.
once.
Which
Witcher
one?
3 Blood and Wine won.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Best game of the year?
Uh best
Probably not
RPG.
good. Best RPG, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So
I
they
think
have always been able to be nominated. But I think
yeah,
this is the first time that it's been made. If
game of the year.
someone has made it into a game of the year.
Yeah.
So it's not that they
So
changed the rules, it's just that
yeah,
it has never happened before.
yeah. That's what they wanted to clarify because people were having this debate of whether it should be allowed.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. I don't think it's much of a hot take. I think a lot of people have the same opinion. I think there should be a separate category
Yeah.
for remakes and DLCs.
Do you think remakes and DLCs exist in the same realm?
No. So
Do you think?
like Destiny 2 Final Shape should be in the same category as Shadow of the Erdtree, and Silent Hill
Because
2 or
not as
Resident
good.
Evil should be in the same category as FF7.
Okay, and do you think that a remake or DLC can win Game of the Year? So I agree with you. I agree with you that that's not a hot take. That there should be a separate category. But do you
I
think they
don't
should
think DLC should be able to win, but I think remakes should be able to win. Not
Okay.
remasters, but remakes.
Okay, so So let me not. I know remakes, right? So like FF7 and Silent Hill, for example.
Yes.
But okay, then let me let me ask you: should Silent Hill be able to win for best story?
Yes.
Why? It's an old story.
If you
You
play
know what I'm
Silent
saying?
Hill, it's
Yeah,
not the same as the Silent Hill 2.
I know. But would you say
Yeah.
it's 90% the same?
It follows the same threads, but it's okay,
Yeah.
it's like comparing Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil like 2 remake.
Remake. But I think they are
Yeah.
mostly the same story, though. I
It's the
think it's
same
90.
it's the same threads, but it's the way that they tell the story. It's different.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
okay, I
go ahead.
feel like I know we're jumping ahead, but I feel like Game of the Year, Erdtree shouldn't be in it. Silent Hill 2 should be in it.
So you think a DLC shouldn't be a Game of the Year contender, but a remake can be a Game of the Year contender?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Mm.
but let's go back to best strategy.
Yeah. No, this is a separate take. This is not part of the nominee. I just wanted to ask because there was this hot debate about, especially this year, right? Because Shadow of the
Yes.
Erdtree
Yes.
exists
Yeah.
and Silent Hill 2 as well, so people are talking about it. So strategy game is Age of Mythology Retold, so a remake of Age of Mythology. Manor Lords, which is actually an indie game. Have you played it before? Do you know this game,
No,
Manor
I've never
Lords?
played any of these games.
Oh, really? I've played 3 of them, actually.
So I can't
So
choose
Manor
any of
Lords,
them.
Kunitsugami. We don't need to choose this one. I just want to talk about the and
Oh,
Frostpunk
okay.
2. So I never played Frostpunk 2. I did play Frostpunk 1. But Kunitsugami, have you heard of it before? You didn't
Yeah,
hear?
I actually read about it today.
This is the one that actually Austin reviewed on the Club
Mm,
channel.
mm,
So actually I played there's a free demo, so you can try it. It's a pretty good game. It's like a tower defense game.
mm,
Tower defense action game. So quite interesting. And then Age of Mythology is just a remake lah. So
mm,
I think Frostpunk 2 will win.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I chose. I think I might have chosen Age of Mythology. But
Yeah,
I just went because I didn't play any of them.
it's a remake lah, so I doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna skip best esports team because I mean if I choose I'll choose Liquid lah because they won the international.
I
But I
chose
don't
Liquid
think
also. I chose
but,
Liquid also.
but I don't think so because Dota is not
Yeah.
as big as CS and I think
Um,
Bilibili is
LOL.
LOL, yeah.
Yeah.
So innovation and accessibility, we can screw this. Like I mean I don't
This
know say
one
screw this,
we can let Dragon Age win.
but it's like
It's
it
the
just
only
seems
game that they are
so
nominated. Only category that they are nominated for. So
yeah, it just
yeah.
seems so
People are saying they created this category just so that Dragon Age could win something.
no like so certain I think it's nice to have this kind of uh this kind
Category,
of
right?
category which is that it kind of encourages people to be to do accessibility. But at the same time, I feel like it doesn't deserve a whole like it just feels like when if nothing pushes it, then nobody cares.
Mm.
Right? So like yeah, anyway, okay, we just skip that. Content creator of the year, we're gonna skip it because I don't know any of these people.
Yep.
Most anticipated game. This one
Okay.
we can
This
skip because we can skip because there's only one answer. And the answer is freaking Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean there's the 5 options are Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metro
Metroid
Prime
Prime.
4 Beyond, which is I'm also looking forward to that, and Monster Hunter Wilds, which we're both looking forward to. But there's no way in the world that Grand Theft Auto 6 does not win.
I chose WoWs, okay, but I know Grand Theft Auto 6.
So Wilds is your
GTA
heart
6 will win.
choice.
Yeah.
Ghost of
But
Yotei is my choice,
Brain
but
says GTA 6 will definitely win.
it's GTA 6. No,
Yeah.
this is not even a argument.
Yeah.
If something else wins, I will be very surprised. GTA 6
Same.
has been like okay, can you check when GTA 5 came out? I
13
think it has
years
been
ago?
more than 10 years. 12 years ago?
GTA 5 2013, 11 years ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and GTA 5 is the number one most selling game ever in
Yeah.
history.
When GTA
And
6 comes out, right, there's gonna be like a small economic crisis because everybody's just gonna stay at home.
when GTA 6 comes out, no game will put their same release date
Yeah.
anywhere near GTA 6. Like everybody's just like waiting the release date for the release date of GTA 6 to come out. Okay. Anyway, next one is best TV adaptation. So there's Arcane. Yeah, this is interesting because Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft. I didn't even know this was a movie. It's an anime, right? It's a cartoon.
It's a Netflix anime, which has been quite controversial because of the art style.
No. Okay,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't know that.
let's not go into
Well,
that.
let's not go there because it's not gonna
Yeah.
win. It's between Arcane and
Arcane,
Fallout.
no, Arcane will
Between
win.
Arcane and Fallout.
Arcane
Okay,
will win.
so what the argument I've seen online is the reason why Arcane Fallout has a better chance is because this is best TV adaptation, and Fallout better captures the whole Fallout experience much more than Arcane captures the LOL experience.
Unfortunately, I think there are more Arcane fans than Fallout
I
fans.
agree.
At least got
To me,
LOL fans.
I didn't even finish Fallout.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't finish. I
I
watched like
finished it.
episode.
I finished it.
Yeah.
I liked it
And
though.
you liked it, right? You liked it, right?
I really liked it.
But to you, it's like not even a competition
Okay.
with Arcane.
I feel like if I had a choice, I would give it to Fallout.
Yeah.
Because I would say it's the best live action adaptation of a game that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
It's actually good and not cheesy. Because most games adaptations are pretty cheesy, right? Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, that kind of shit. Yeah. This one actually felt authentic.
Would you say this is like just one level slightly below Last of Us? Like Last of Us being like a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. This is like a 8, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Or would you say it's on the same level?
I would say they're even on the same level. Like I'll put them on the same level. The two of them are like the benchmark. Yeah. But just unfortunately because Arcane exists and it's animation, so it's a lot easier. You haven't watched season 2 yet, right? You're still watching season 1. Like still rewatching, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Seasons 2 animation is so good. The fight scenes are crazy.
They probably gave them like more, like a couple of $1 million just like make better.
Yeah. I can't even like describe. It's like the
that,
Demon Slayer of
yeah. You know what makes me upset about Arcane is that for me, like freaking Dota is the best game I've ever played, and League of Legends is poo-poo, you know.
What is it? Blood of the Dragon? What is it called?
Dragon's Blood.
Dragon's Blood is so bad, right?
It's so bad. And I know because the Dota lore is so good, but they made it so bad. Like, give it to the Arcane guys to
give it to the Arcane guys. Right?
Yeah. But anyways, do you think so far the Arcane? That was 6 episodes. Have you watched all 6 episodes already?
I'm at episode 6 now.
How would you? I mean, minus animation. I mean, of course, include animation. But do you think it's on the same level as season 1?
It's hard because it's in 3 acts, right?
Yeah.
So the end of the first act was really good because it's 3 acts. They split it in 3 acts, right?
I thought it's only 2 seasons though. I thought this is the last season, right?
Yeah, so no, it's 2. It's season 2 is split into 3 acts.
Okay.
Like 3 episodes each.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't give a rating yet because I don't know how it ends. Because season 1 ended like on a super huge cliffhanger, right?
Yeah.
But I would say so
the
far
first act is better. The first act is better.
It doesn't have as big of an impact.
But
it ends in a more personal manner.
Yeah.
Because season 1 ends with Jinx firing the rocket, right?
Yeah. In the council chamber, right?
Yeah. I won't say what it is, but season 2's first act is a lot more personal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can I just say that the freaking like now me and Mary are on episode 8, so we have 2 more episodes in season 1.
Oh, nice.
And she has been like, she's like, is tonight Arcane night? Shall we watch Arcane? Like I know it's good when Marion is hooked. So the previous show that we watched together that was made from was One Piece. Like we watched the One Piece live adaptation. That was good together. And Arcane, I was watching it again with her because I'm rewatching it, right? And freaking hell, that one episode 3, the one where it goes through the spoiler for anybody who hasn't watched it. It's a 3-year-old show. Go and watch it if you haven't watched it. It's the best show. It's the best animation. Period. Best animation, like story, animation, whatever. Just go watch it. And the episode where they weave together the whole story of, it's the part where Vander becomes the monster.
Yeah, the beast,
trying to save Jinx and then Jinx like messes it up by putting the bomb in, right? And then that whole story, and then after that episode, right? Marion said, "My heart is beating so fast. I can't like." She was like, "Okay, we have to stop. I can't watch anymore. Like I'm too excited already." I was like, you know, you've got a good show when you've hit that level of the part where your adrenaline is through the roof just watching a show. Yeah, and the music in the music in Arcane is so good.
So good, yeah.
Like every music note hit. So like I agree with you. I think Arcane will win.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. Poor Fallout, man. It was gonna be his year. Then Arcane was like, nope, season 2. Sorry, guys. Okay, next best multiplayer game. Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40K. It's Helldivers 2.
I chose Helldivers also.
Yeah. I think the only one that might win is Black Ops 6, but I think Helldivers 2 just when it first came out in February, it was like a lightning in the bottle, right?
People were shocked that Helldivers was not nominated for
Yeah,
GOTY though.
but there's a lot of games lah in GOTY. Yeah. I mean, if you take out Shadow of the Tree, maybe you put it. Best sports games, who cares? Let's take that
skip
out.
that.
Best sim game, okay, that we don't really play it. Although Unicorn Overlord is a game I do want to play. It's another. It's also made by Atlas, so another great game. Yeah, but not your style. So you can focus on Metaphor. Best family game.
I chose Astro Bot.
Yeah, we can talk, but it's gonna be Astro Bot. Actually, yeah. I think okay, Astro Bot's gonna win this, but we can just skip it because I don't think it's an important game.
Yep,
we don't play fighting games either, so. But if we do talk, it's gonna be Dragon Ball.
I chose Dragon Ball also, just based on
the reception,
the general just
it's gonna be
the general zeitgeist. Yeah,
it's gonna be Dragon Ball. Okay, this is interesting. Best RPG.
Best RPG, right?
5 games: Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, ReFantazio.
I chose
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it. So it's definitely between Elden Ring, Rebirth, and Metaphor. As much as I love the funny thing is I've played all these games except for Elden Ring, Erdtree. I haven't played Erdtree. I think the safe option is Rebirth. But I'm gonna say Metaphor. I'm gonna say Metaphor.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this goes back to the whole like idea of remakes and DLCs again, right? Because Rebirth is a deal, and yes, I know Rebirth is a completely remake, and Rebirth is a completely different remake from the original game. Like it's a totally brand new game, and I played it. I don't know how big it is, but at the same time, it feels kind of unfair that it takes away from like another option.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like this is like Metaphor ReFantazio is a damn good RPG, and I think it is a better RPG than Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like for seven Rebirth, I don't know. I haven't finished it yet, bro. I'm still on the last chapter, chapter 13. No, chapter 14 is the last chapter, right? I'm in the Temple of the Ancients already, and I'm just like dragging my feet.
Wow, actually, right. I chose FF7 Rebirth, based on my head.
Yeah.
I think FF7 will win.
Yeah.
But if I were to choose based on what I like, right?
Yeah.
I think I might have chosen Metaphor over FF7.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
FF7 is good. But I think there's a lot of fluff.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think there's too much padding, which Metaphor I hear doesn't really have. Like
Not
Metaphor
much.
it's very tight. Everything kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, like that's the thing about this kind of thing is that it takes away DLCs and remakes take away from. But anyway, separate topic. Best action adventure game. Okay, this is a really weird topic because they put Astro Bot, Prince of Persia, Silent Hill 2, Outlaws, Zelda, and when I first looked at this, I was like, where the hell is Black Myth Wukong?
Yeah, there's another category.
But they put it in best action game. Which just tells me like, what the hell is the difference? So, like, can anybody tell me what's the difference between an action adventure game and an action game? Like, is there a difference? Because to me, I would think Black Myth Wukong is an action adventure game. Like, you have a giant like map to. I mean, you don't have a mini map itself, but you have it's a huge level. Like you have huge levels, you have secrets to uncover. Like it feels more like a action adventure game than an adventure game. But anyway,
I chose Silent Hill.
For action adventure,
mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Astro Bot, bro. Astro Bot. I think Astro Bot will sweep any category it's in, right? as long as another game of the year is not inside. So I think Astro Bot will win. Best action game has Black Myth, Call of Duty, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40k.
I chose Black Myth.
I also think so, but this is a game show. I think, do you think politics will come into it? Because if politics go into it, I can see Helldivers 2 winning.
They gotta let one.
But
Give them one
Okay lah.
one game, right?
Okay lah.
One
For
category.
the sake of instead of us choosing the same thing, I'll choose Helldivers too.
Okay.
Although I will say I think Batman Wukong is a better
What's a
game.
better game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, to me it's a better game. Best VR game, skip. We don't play
Skip.
VR. We don't have VR. Best mobile game, skip. There's
I
Brawl
chose
Stars.
Zenless.
Then Zone Zero by MiHoYo.
Yeah.
I think Balatro's gonna win.
Yeah. True.
I think Balatro's gonna win. I mean, Balatro is a freaking Game of the Year contender.
Yep.
But anyway, you can choose that. You can choose okay. Best debut indie game. This is hard because
This one.
Animal World, Balatro, Manalord, Pacific Drive, and the Pucky Square. Okay, I'll be honest with you. There's only two choices for this. It's either Animal or Balatro.
I chose Balatro.
Because Animal World is also it's also made by one developer. It's like the Stardew Valley. It's like the Metroid of Stardew Valley. But I think it's gonna be Balatro as well.
Okay.
Just because Balatro is freaking good. So you realize that the independent game and indie game has been separated?
Yeah, why?
Because last year there was this huge controversy with.
Oh yes, correct.
You remember the game?
Who won?
Dave the Diver.
Dave Diver, yeah. They won best indie game, but actually it's
run by Maxcom.
Yeah,
the Korean conglomerate. So I think now they separate it. So best debut indie game is just is really an indie game, and independent game is just made by a independent studio. It's not owned by a giant company. So I will say that independent game has Animal, Balatro, Lorelei, and the Laser Eyes, Never, and UFO 50. Have you heard of UFO 50 before?
Yeah. We talked about it, I think, the last.
Yeah, this is a game I really want to play, but I think Balatro's going to win that too. Have you played it before, Balatro?
No, but I've seen it before lah. It's something that I would like to try one day.
I know that it's freaking on mobile, right? But I'm scared to play it, man. I'm scared to play it.
Yeah, I heard it's quite addictive.
It's also not free.
Oh, it's not?
Mobile. It's not free on mobile.
Oh.
I think it's like $10 or something. But still cheaper than Steam though. Yeah. Anyway, best community support. I'm gonna skip it because
skip it.
It's like it's a game that actually Final Fantasy 14 has always won.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna win it this year. But anyway, best ongoing game. Do you want to talk about this? We don't play.
Well, this is tough, right?
We'll just do it for the.
I'm pretty sure FF14 will win.
You think so? Okay, it's definitely not gonna be Diablo or Destiny 2. That's for sure. Destiny 2 had nothing this year, basically. I mean, okay, Final Shape, but seems like it's fizzled after that.
Yep.
So to me, it's either between Helldivers or FF14.
Who won last year?
Final 14, Fantasy 14. They always win it. Okay. Oh no, best ongoing game. No, Phantom Liberty won last year. That was another controversy. Like, how do you count
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's weird, right? That's weird.
This should be best live service game.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. But in this case, they're all live service. So
did you choose FF14?
I chose FF14.
I'll choose Helldivers today.
Okay.
Just to add some variety. Games for Impact is a really weird topic.
We can just skip this because I don't know.
Yeah, because none of us have played this. Innovation
also can just skip
whatever lah.
Yeah.
And by the way, Vilgard has the accessibility options are nonsense. It's crap. I don't even get why it's there. Best performance. What?
This one is hard because I only played Silent Hill 2 and.
It's Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I don't care because
she's Aerith.
I play in Japanese. I don't even know.
Yeah, same. I play Japanese also. So she's Aerith, and Luke Roberts is James lah, the protagonist.
Kimberly Gonzalez in Star Wars Outlaws. Who the freak does he?
Probably that. What's her name? Key? What's her name? K?
K.
Yeah.
What? No, she sucks. No. Why would she be? What? No. Are we gonna choose one? I mean, I guess I'll choose Silent Hill 2 lah.
Really? You just skip
I don't know.
Usually.
Was he good? I mean, just skip it.
Yeah.
Best audio design. Best audio design. You're gonna choose Silent Hill 2.
It's not best music. It's It's
You're gonna choose
Silent Hill.
Okay, I'm gonna go different. I agree with you, but I'm gonna go Astro Bot.
If you just like listen to the sounds.
Although
of Silent
you know
Hill
what is the favorite to win this audio design? It's Senua Saga Hellblade.
Really?
2. Yeah, but they say that's the only thing good about the game. It's the audio.
Hold on,
I don't play Astro Bot, but
you choose Astro Bot, Okay.
Yeah, I'll just choose Astro Bot. I'm gonna lose, but I'm just choosing different things. Okay, best score and music.
Okay, this one
Freaking Metaphor
I chose
ReFantazio.
metaphor. Yeah, I chose metaphor.
That battle music when he goes, hello, no, 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 no. You're just like,
The music
oh,
goes freaking hard for no
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, it's like you're just like, why is this so epic? What's so happening in this scene?
Okay,
I
best
think
art.
yeah, Metaphor will win. Best art direction. Astro Bot, Black Myth, Elden Ring, Metaphor, Neva. This is a game. This is also another thing where I can see Metaphor winning.
What did I choose? I think I chose either metaphor
Right.
or black myth.
I'm gonna choose Metaphor.
But yeah, I'll choose metaphor also.
I don't. Although Black Myth has really good art, I think.
Yep.
You know, it's so sad because right now I have not chosen Black Myth for anything. I think, and it's
Black
one of
myth.
my favorite.
Wukong's like in between X, that
Yeah,
little
the animation, right?
so good.
So, and I think art design is not just that; it's also like the way they design the characters, also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Which
Like the
is
way
all
they
done
make
really well.
Wukong and all they how they reimagine all the different.
All the different Yao Guais, right? Yeah.
It's like freaking good, man. Actually, now I think about it. Okay, I changed mine to Wukong.
Okay.
I'll give
Okay,
this to Wukong.
I'll change mine to Wukong's.
Okay, best narrative. Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
I chose Silent Hill too.
Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill Saga, and
For myself, yeah. Because Silent
see,
Hill's story was
this
really
is
good.
why it goes back to my whole thing about not allowing remakes to
Yeah.
win certain things.
Because it's already a good story
To
that
me,
they just
yes, it is a story that I mean, definitely they've improved on it, but it's not an original
It's
narrative.
not original, yeah.
And to me, best narrative should be won by an original narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Metaphor ReFantazio
Okay.
because Silent Hill 2 and Final Fantasy Rebirth are not original narratives. Yeah. You know, poor Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, you know, he's been in so many things, but it's just kind of like overshadowed. Okay, best game direction. So best game direction is usually the runner up. It's like the game that last year. Was it last year? Alan Wake won best game direction, but then
and then God of War also won
War
best game, right?
yeah. No, Alan Wake won
Last year.
last year Baldur's Gate won everything, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think so. We have to go back to our previous episodes. But anyway, so this year being best game direction, Astro Bot, Balatro. Basically, it's the same lah. Best game direction and best game, and they have all the same.
No, Alan Wake won best game direction last year.
Yeah, and then Baldur's Gate won a game of the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like the consolation prize. So they have the same candidates: Astro Bot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. I think Black Myth Wukong is going to win, actually. The best game direction.
Okay.
I want them to win.
I think I chose Metaphor.
I ain't complaining about that. And then the more interesting is, who do you think... Because I view best game direction as like a game. I mean, it's possible to win both. But I don't think this year there will be both. Because usually when you win both, you are so head and above other games that you win both.
Yep.
I think...
Oh, Elden Ring won both. Game direction and game of the year. Wow.
When it first came out, yeah. So that you can win both. But that year, they were so ahead of everybody else. That game was like so big. Elden Ring was like one of the biggest games ever made. That it's not it can't be beat. So, but in this year it's too close. I don't think it'll be the same.
Yeah, this year doesn't have like a super standout.
I don't think Elden Ring will win. That's the thing. Like
Elden Ring, yeah, I
like the fact that it's nominated is already a big thing. But I think they wouldn't make it win.
You know what I mean? Chose FF7 lah. But that's my heart voting.
You know the funny thing is that FF7 isn't even your best RPG.
It's not.
And how can it win Game of the Year?
Okay,
it's not even. It can't even win in the genre it belongs to.
You can have a hard vote and a hate
vote. Yeah. Hard vote? No. You have to choose. Yeah, that's the point of it.
Okay. I can tell you my heart. So my hard vote was FF7. Even though I don't think. So I don't think FF7 will win, but it's what I want to win.
Okay.
But what I think will win is Astro Bot.
I think Astro Bot will win also. I think Astro Bot will win. I think Astro Bot... I mean, I haven't played Astro Bot, but from what I've seen, there is no game... Okay, let's look at Metacritic.
It's 94 4% or something like that.
What is the high? I mean, Metacritic. I think the highest Metacritic of the year is actually Erdtree.
Oh,
If
really?
I'm not, yeah,
Hey,
if I'm not
wow.
wrong, the
Astro
highest.
Bot is 94. I was right.
Let me
That's
see. Yeah,
crazy, man.
browse all games. Okay,
Best games
highest.
this year.
Yeah, I think the highest
Uh,
Metacritic
same.
is
Tree and Astro Bot are the same. And Metaphor also, all 94.
yeah 94, 94, 94, 94. So okay, I don't think Metaphor will win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
As much as I want it to win, it's too small. It's too small. It's too niche. I don't think Rebirth will win either. So I'm gonna go with Astro Bot. I'm gonna say freaking Astro Bot. But okay, to be fair, Astro Bot is a game I really, really want to play. Because I actually started
Really?
playing Astro's Playroom again with Rebecca. Like, I just had to play the
Yeah, yeah.
controller. And man, that's a freaking good game, man.
I don't know why I have no interest in playing Astro
Really?
Bot. Yeah.
I mean, Skill Up recommended it, man. It's one of his games. It's probably one of his game of the years.
I think the just like this the art style
Yeah.
doesn't appeal to me. I don't know
I
why.
understand. I understand that. But did you ever
Like
did you finish Playroom?
yeah, I did. I did.
Mm.
I thought it was a good intro to the PS5 and the DualSense,
Mm.
but I didn't think that it's a good like
But
to
this,
me it wasn't a game.
this is a totally different, right? They're like they're like playing on all
Yeah,
the
all the
IP.
different IPs, right? Yeah, so
They
I
have like God of
watched.
War, Horizon,
Yeah,
all the
I watched like a few videos. To me,
yeah.
right, it's like why do I have to pay AAA price for something like that? Okay, let me put it this way. I see it the same way as I see Lego games.
No, you see it the same
Yeah,
way as Mario games.
yeah, kind of lah. Like
Because you are not a Mario fan,
I
right?
don't feel like I have to. I it's worth
Yeah,
like $90.
yeah,
You know that kind of thing.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think the way I see it is that this is PlayStation's Mario. They plan to make it because it's the same, even it's in the same genre, right? It's a
Mm,
platformer action adventure game, and I think that they even Skillup says this is like the best Mario game he's played.
mm.
That isn't Mario,
One day
right?
lah. If it's on like a huge discount, I might get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait to play. But to be fair, it's quite cheap in Japan. I don't know how much is it in Singapore.
I think it's like $80 or something like that.
Wow, in Japan, if I buy a disc,
Mm.
I can buy it like 6,000 yen.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
55
$50.
bucks.
Yeah, it's $80. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a full price game. It's a full price game.
Yeah,
So
it's. I feel like this amount I can probably buy something else that.
like Dragon Age. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, save it for Monster Hunter Wilds, man. Monster Hunter Wilds is $100. Eh?
Yeah, that's even closer. I like. Oh my gosh, why is it so expensive? But anyway. Okay, so that's our predictions. We'll find out in a month
Yep.
what the thing is.
13 December for us. Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking I might. Should I take like half day leave just so I can watch it? Because it's in the morning for us. It's Singapore
Yeah.
9:30 to.
Yeah, but I can't
12:30.
because it's usually like a work day.
It's a
I always
Friday, I think. It's a Friday.
yeah. Well, we'll see if I'm at home. I can if I'm working from home. Okay, just some last things before we close off. Monster Hunter Wilds, since we're on that topic. How was we played the beta together,
Mm-hmm.
and what are your thoughts on it?
Definitely made me more hype for
For the
the
game,
actual
yeah.
game. Yeah, and I don't know. I might. I think because of the dual weapon system,
Yeah.
I think it might encourage me to play something else this time.
Yeah, I mean you're not gonna play you're not gonna play LPG and HPG, right?
Because I had a lot of fun with the hammer, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hammer was pretty
Hammer
good.
is nothing that you haven't played before, right? You haven't played before?
Never really played like seriously before.
Mm.
Yeah.
So do you think you definitely gonna one is definitely gonna be HPG, right?
Yep, for sure.
Did you enjoy the HPG in Wilds when you played it?
Yes. So
Okay.
it's definitely more QOL.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my take on it. Like I think certain weapons have not really changed that much, but the things that they have changed has been like it just feels a lot better.
Mm.
Like I mean we both played longsword, right? I mean your first melee
Yeah.
weapon was
Oh,
longsword, right?
so
And
good.
that's I just realized there's a lot more stuff that we missed in longsword. You have to go watch those like YouTube channels for it.
The
But that
tutorials,
Sakura
right?
slash that you finish at the end,
Mm.
where after you finish your helm breaker and you press the R2 again
Yeah.
and he does that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And you're just like, it feels like I don't know how much damage it does. It probably doesn't do that much, but it feels freaking like you just feel like a badass. Like, oh man, I did it again. Yeah. So I think in Gunlands, I mean everybody's talking about Gunlands actually. The community is talking about how freaking good Gunlands is. Like they say it's gonna get nerfed, and I'm like, don't nerf Gunlands, guys. We're at the bottom of the list every single time on something game. Just let us have our
The
time.
time in
But
the
it's just
sun, right?
yeah, but it's I mean, I don't care if they nerf our numbers, but don't nerf the moveset because the whole
And now it
it just
feels like very smooth to play, right?
it feels very smooth to play. There's a lot of combos you can do, and like back then with the previous Gunlands, I mean Rise was very good, but with World Gunlands, like there's only one way to play the game. There's only one way to play it. Like you just do bah, and then you just slam and then reload and then bam and it's like it's very boring. But the World's Gunlands Wild's Gunlands you can kind of like depending on how the monster's moving, you change your combo up. Just feels more. And then there's also the focus mode one where you kind of like drill into the monster. Yeah. And I think that's really cool. And I think the good thing about Gunlands is I think it's a bit OP now because they have a lot of guard points. So I realized, that there are times where you do the power clash.
Yep.
The monster. So I realized that that's because of guard point. Like if you
Ah.
stand a guard point nicely together with a monster's attack, it will clash, and then obviously after you clash, the monster will fall.
Yep.
And then everybody can just pile on the monster, right? So, I mean, the fact that there's a ton of guard points now while you're doing your combo is like extra. Yeah, I think one thing they need to fix is performance.
For sure. Yeah, it's
Like
really
it
bad.
was so bad. I think we played on. I mean, we always have to use DLSS, but with this upscaling, but we played upscaling. It looks bad, and the frame rate was not even great.
I think the origami monsters were damn funny. You see the
the potato mode, right?
Yeah.
Potato mode monsters. I think I mean, of course, it's not out yet. It's just a beta, so I'm hoping hopefully they'll fix it. But to be fair, I also heard that when World came out, it was quite bad.
The performance was pretty bad. Yeah, they have to
But to me,
optimize it lah.
it doesn't look any better than World. I mean, definitely looks a bit better than World, but it doesn't look that much better that it would suffer from a performance drop because World runs like great.
I mean, Monster Hunter has never been a graphical powerhouse kind of game.
Oh.
Yeah. It always looks a bit slightly last gen.
True. No, but World looked pretty good though. Rise doesn't look good, but World looked pretty good.
World was okay lah.
Do you like the idea of like that hub where you can see everybody? Like the lobby where lobby is like there are like 20 hunters or no even more. I think
I feel like it's a bit boleo now because it tanks your frame rate.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
and it adds nothing to my enjoyment.
It makes you feel like you're
part of a world, right? But it doesn't matter because when you go out, it's not like you can see like 20 people running around.
It's just funny because everybody wears the same clothes. So when you have 20 of the same, maybe when they're all different, I think it can be quite cool because if everybody's wearing different armor, you can, that's cool. Like can I talk to him and ask him where he get the armor from?
Yeah.
I think that might be interesting. But
then
I'm excited.
Then they start selling skins.
Oh, on that topic, Monster Hunter Wilds, there's also a new Monster Hunter game.
Oh yeah.
The more
what's it called?
Outlands.
Is it?
Outlands?
Yeah.
Did you sign up for the beta?
No, I didn't.
Hey, go do it lah. Sign up on free anyway. Just go sign up.
Is it country lock?
No, go to the website and just sign up for it. It's not out yet. It's not yet. You just sign up for the chance to be involved in the beta.
Outlanders.
I mean, minus the whole how bad it looks moving. Like you said, the frame rate looks horrible, right? But actually, from what I saw from the gameplay, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a legit Monster Hunter game. The only bad thing is that the developer of it also made. I think he made some other games, but they are all super heavily monetized.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be monetized because they said there will be a stamina system.
Oh
yeah, it's by Tencent lah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tencent is like I mean they just want to milk your money, so
yep.
We'll see. Well, at least in any case, we'll be playing WoWs in 3 months.
4 months. 4 months.
No, it's February, that's all.
Oh, February. Oh yeah. 3 months.
February.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this fast.
I mean, it's just December, January. Yeah, February we'll be playing it already.
All right.
Do you know that Yakuza? There's a new Yakuza Like a Dragon game next year, and you know they moved their release date, in front to avoid because they had the same release date as Monster Hunter Worlds. So they had a developer preview, and they were like, in view of this game, then he winked. Then he said, we're gonna move our release date forward by 1 week. We're like, oh man, Yakuza. Like a dragon, you guys are so you can move your date forward, not backwards, you know.
Backwards, yeah.
Yeah, I think he also made a joke about how like his team will also be playing it. So they like
Probably. Yeah.
yeah. So I have one last topic to talk about, which is about shows that we've watched. And I'll talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, because it just recently came out on Disney Plus. And I watched it. You watched it in theaters?
Yes, I did.
I don't know whether I asked you what you thought about it.
Um,
Do you still remember?
I think I did say that it was my best MCU movie since Infinity War.
Hey, that you took the words right out of my mouth. I
Yeah.
think it's my favorite MCU movie since Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Endgame. Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds just knows how to like he's Deadpool lah. Like just like how Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and he's like Deadpool is he just him being his normal self, he's already Deadpool. Like he doesn't need to change.
Yeah.
And like the way he talks to the camera. But I also like in the show how he can somehow combine humor with like heart. Like the show like it makes you feel like because he's trying to search for meaning, right, in his life as well.
Yeah.
And then Logan is like, shut up, like I don't want to follow you, and like just Logan is just being the worst Logan ever. But somehow at the end, like they kind of like come together, and there's a good ending obviously, but at the end of the day, like the good ending doesn't feel forced. Like they like, I mean, there's one scene where like, do you remember the Honda Odyssey fight scene? Where they're like, shut up, say one more word. I was like, oh crap, he's never gonna say a stupid word.
He can't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, and then they said, they said, I'm a mug with a mouth, not a, I don't know what it said, but like, they don't call me another name. I was like, damn, he's so good at this. And then like, at the end of the day, he sacrifices himself to like, because he's not trying to save the world. He just wants to save his world.
His world, yeah, his family, friends.
Nine friends. And I found that a very personal, like, compared to the other shows. Like, what are the movies? Ant-Man 3, Doctor Strange, right? All these other shows.
Yeah. See, none of them actually leave
like
any
we don't
impression on me.
really know the. There was a. Was it a Wonder show? Not Wonder Vision. There was a. Was it? No, that was Doctor Strange.
That was Doctor Strange. What was your reaction when you saw Chris Evans?
It's so funny. That was such a.
Do you know already? No, I
didn't know. So he was like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna say the word Avengers Flame-O!"
You thought it was Captain America, right?
I mean, everybody. Even he thought it was Captain America. And
I thought it was, yeah.
I was like, "Oh."
How about when you saw Blade?
Wesley Snipes, right?
Yeah, and Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, I was like, we just want to matter. We just want to have a good ending. No, but the best was freaking
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
So good, right? So good.
Man,
you don't understand why he's talking all the time, but it's so funny.
Like, it's so good. Like it's so like it's obviously a cameo. Like it's so obviously like just shoehorn in, but they shoehorn it in a way that I was like, I don't care. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like Wesley Snipes is totally not the Blade that I remember, but he's cool. Like he's just funny.
He slimmed down a lot. Like he got a lot thinner.
Yeah, I mean he's just old.
He's old.
He's just old, so he just lost a lot.
It's then funny when he said there's only one Blade.
Yeah, because they are making a new Blade, right?
Yeah, but it's in development hell now.
Yeah. Then they were like, there was I like the scene where they first enter the void, and then behind him is the 20th Century Fox. Like on the
logo
floor,
on the floor broken.
It just says, "Suck it, 20th suck it, Fox." It's like but it's quite. If you can watch they have a 15 like an hour long documentary on how they made the show, and apparently, so when they were thinking of how to make Deadpool 3. Actually, Sean Levy, the director, is the same guy that made Free Guy. Do you watch Free Guy?
Yeah, I did.
The one where he's an NPC, right?
Yeah, he's NPC, yeah.
Then he discovers it. So he said he wants him to direct Deadpool. And apparently the whole idea of Deadpool Wolverine didn't even come in until Hugh Jackman found out that Logan, they were making a Deadpool movie, and he was like, because actually he wanted to end it with Logan.
With Logan, right? Yeah. He wanted to retire, correct.
There's a whole story about this was the perfect ending. but then he was on that approach Reynolds, because I mean they're good friends, right? The two of them are good. And he was like, I want to do a Deadpool Wolverine movie with you, and they were like, okay, let's do it. So it's kind of cool, like how, but I think it's good because even though I thought Logan was, I mean, most people would say Logan is like top
like
5,
a perfect ending for the Fox universe.
and
right?
and like definitely the best Fox Marvel.
Oh, for sure, because the rest are crap.
Yeah, I mean, the original X-Men were not too bad. X2 was bad, but X-Men 1 was good.
X-Men 1 maybe, but after that, just started going downhill, right?
But the Days of Future Past, the new,
I guess Days of Future Past. But the latest ones were bad, like the Apocalypse ones and the Dark Phoenix one, all bad.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of cool that the way they came back and kind of like it didn't negate what they did with Logan. But that's the whole thing about multiverse, right? You can just kind of say, oh, that was the ending. We're gonna
I'm just looking forward to them introducing like the X-Men into the MCU.
Oh, you think they will?
I hope they do it justice. They will lah. But the one that I'm really looking forward to next year is Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's Patrick Pascal, right? As
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
Pedro Pascal, yeah. Well, we'll see. Right now, I think I'm on a all-time minus Deadpool Wolverine. What are the movies coming out now next year? Marvel movie slate. The Marvels came out as well. My gosh.
For next year.
Phase 5. Oh, Captain America. So that's the first one. Did you see the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
It looks pretty good.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
it. The whole. Did you see the meme about how like Harrison Ford is getting older and older, so the Hulk also gets smaller and smaller? Like the first trailer of there's a first picture of a Hulk smashing Cap's shield, like a theatrical poster, right? And Hulk's fist is like triple the size of the shield. And then like the recent when they show the recent trailer, his hand was like the size of the shield. The thing because Harrison Ford is getting older. So Thunderbolts is in 2020. Is in May.
Not really looking forward to it, but
did you like because it's obviously a more the main character is what's her name?
Yelena.
Yeah, Elena, right? The Scarlet Witch sister.
No,
did you enjoy
Black Widow sister? Did I enjoy Black Widow?
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I did not like it. I just thought it was okay.
Yeah, I also thought it was okay. And then Fantastic Four is in July. Oh, they have so many movies actually. It's three movies in the first 7 months. Yeah, and that's all. Then
that's all for next year, right? Then after that,
it's the Avengers Doomsday.
Avengers 3D, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be big because they paid Robert Downey Jr. a freaking ton of money to come back as freaking. What do you? Okay, last question before we end. What do you think about that? That they brought?
I thought it was a bad move.
I thought so too. Just
choose someone else,
Just choose a good There are so many good actors. Why must you choose
like get Matt Smith?
Who's Matt Smith?
Matt Smith is the bad guy from Morbius. He's also Damon from House of the Dragon.
Yeah. But I think he's a bit too skinny. Like he lacks the physicality of.
He'll be in a suit, right? It's okay lah. But he plays a good villain. He's a very intimidating. He was a doctor, one of Doctor Who's. I think he was the 11th Doctor.
Yeah. I think even someone like Tom Hardy could play it.
Tom Hardy,
as in Venom.
No lah, cannot lah. The guy can't even talk properly.
Tom Hardy cannot talk properly.
Doctor Doom is supposed to be a very smart person. Like his intellect rivals Reed Richards.
But it's the same thing of Pedro Pascal, right? Like, I mean, Reed Richards is supposed to be like this nerdy. I don't think of Pedro Pascal as like this.
As a nerd, right?
Yeah, like
true.
I think of So it's kind of like how you want to interpret. Like I just maybe because I'm thinking Doctor Doom in terms of like. Yes, definitely he is as smart as. I mean, not as smart as Reed Richards. Reed Richards is like this, like freaking smart in the whole Marvel universe, but on the same level. But I remember him as just someone who's being just like a very physical, visceral character. Yeah, but anyway,
maybe the RDJ one is it's a smoke screen, you know, a multiverse kind of a deal, and then they'll review the real one after that. kind of like how the Mandarin wasn't real in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I hope they do that because I think it's best to just. I think just like how Logan had a great send off, I think RDJ's send off was perfect.
You know who
I think
they should have used? Mads Mikkelsen for Doctor Doom instead of that weird sorcerer Doctor Strange villain. Do you remember? You know Mads Mikkelsen?
yeah,
He was the one with
yeah.
the bleeding eyes in the
Correct.
Doctor Strange.
Was
Yeah,
the
he would have been a way
other
better
disciple,
Doctor
right?
Doom.
The other disciple of
Yeah, the one that went bad.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
or even like Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, Fassbender can do it.
Magneto.
Yeah, Fassbender could do it. I think he could do it.
Cillian Murphy, the guy who
Two-
played Scarecrow.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah, I
Mm,
don't know, man.
but like I said, he doesn't have. To me, he doesn't have the physicality. But yeah. But anyway, this goes back to the point that they could find hundreds of people, and they could always just find a new person to do it. Like I don't think. I mean, before who was Kang? What's his name again?
Jonathan Majors, right?
Yeah, I mean, before this whole before we found out he's an idiot. He was. I thought he was a good Kang.
Yeah.
He was okay at Ant-Man 3 at least, but yeah. Oh well. Anyway, anything else you want to add?
No, watching wise, Arcane, I guess.
Yeah lah. I can't wait to watch.
Keeping up with Blue Lock and Bleach.
Yeah, we'll talk about Moloch when
Yeah.
the season is ended lah.
Yep.
Yeah. If not, thanks guys for anybody who's watching and also thanks man for chatting. We'll do one just before the year ends lah. We'll have to do one because of the TGA.
After TGA, and then we can do one where we review our resolutions. I don't know if you wrote them down.
I did. I'll go and check it out. And also, hopefully by then I'll be playing Metaphor already.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Follow our Instagram and Twitch and whatever.
Yep.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.